Losing sleep to a bedbug infestation is mentally exhausting. The anxiety of knowing something is biting you in the dark can drive you to desperation, but you don't have to wait for an exterminator to start fighting back. To beat them, you have to understand how they hunt. Bedbugs are practically blind. Instead of looking for you with their eyes, they track their meals strictly by sensing body heat and the carbon dioxide you exhale while sleeping. Since we know exactly what they're looking for, we can build a synthetic, localized carbon dioxide generator right in your kitchen, hijacking their tracking instinct to lure them away from your bed. You'll need a few common items to pull this off: an empty plastic water bottle, a wider plastic container, active dry yeast, regular sugar, lukewarm water, baby powder, some masking tape, and a plastic sandwich bag. Drawing them in is one thing. We also have to engineer a frictionless environment around the lure, a zone they can easily walk into, but physically cannot escape. Taking control of a bedbug problem doesn't automatically require harsh chemicals. By understanding their biology, you can use their own navigation system against them to lure them into a trap. Step number 1 is building the lure. Using a funnel, pour a packet of active dry yeast and 2 to 3 spoonfuls of sugar into your empty plastic bottle, followed by water. Pay close attention to the water temperature here. It must be strictly lukewarm. If the water is cold, the yeast won't activate. If it's hot, you'll kill the yeast entirely, and the trap will fail before it even starts. Once the water is in, put the cap on, but do not shake the bottle. Violent shaking will destroy the delicate structure of the live yeast. Instead, gently swirl the mixture around until it's combined. Make sure you only fill the bottle up to where the bottom of the label usually sits. As this mixture ferments, it will expand, and you need to leave enough empty space at the top so it doesn't overflow. Look at this diagram showing the chemical reaction. As the active yeast organisms wake up and feed on the sugar in the lukewarm water, they begin steadily releasing carbon dioxide gas into the bottle. This carefully balanced living mixture effectively acts as a synthetic breathing host. It will continuously exhale carbon dioxide for days, serving as the perfect bait. Now we build the trap housing. Take your wider plastic container and wrap the entire exterior in masking tape, working your way from the very bottom edge all the way to the upper lip. Bedbugs struggle to climb slick plastic surfaces. By wrapping the outside with tape, you provide the textured friction they need to scale the walls and reach the bait. Next, grab a foam brush and thoroughly coat the entire interior wall of that same plastic container with baby powder. The powder creates the opposite effect of the tape. It completely eliminates surface friction on the inside. Once a bug crosses the top edge and drops in, the slick powder ensures it slips backward every time it tries to climb out. To assemble the pieces, take the cap off your bottle of fermenting yeast and set it directly into the center of your powdered plastic container. For the final structural step, take your plastic sandwich bag and lightly drape it over the open top of the bottle. Don't push it all the way down. Leave room so it acts like a small canopy. With everything in place, the physical structure of this trap turns the bedbug's natural climbing instinct into a fatal mistake, guiding them directly over a one-way friction barrier. In this cross-section, carbon dioxide rises, hits the canopy, and deflects downward. The heavy gas pools at the bottom, pushing lighter air out. Bedbugs follow this trail up the tape, slip on the powder, and tumble into the trap. What you've built is essentially an invisible, suffocating sinkhole. It isolates the very signal they use to survive, using their own tracking mechanisms to ensure they never climb back out. Location dictates your success rate. Position this trap directly next to high-risk nesting zones, which means sliding it underneath the bed or placing it right next to the headboard. But you have to follow one strict operational rule. The room must be completely evacuated. No humans and no pets can sleep in that room for 2 to 3 days. The trap generates a small amount of gas, but a breathing human or dog will always outproduce it. If you stay in the room, you become the stronger signal, and the bugs will pull away from the trap to go after you. If you need to clear visible bugs off your mattress before leaving the room, fill a spray bottle with straight 91% rubbing alcohol. Spraying this directly onto any exposed bedbugs will eliminate them instantly on contact. While the rubbing alcohol gives you immediate contact eradication for the bugs you can see, the fermentation trap operates quietly in the dark, providing a sustained lure for the hidden population you can't. After the isolation period is over, return to the room and check the bottom of the container. The number of captured bugs will give you a clear, verified picture of exactly how severe the infestation actually is. At this point, strip the bed completely. Wash all of your sheets, pillowcases, and blankets, and run them through the dryer on the maximum heat setting to eliminate any hidden stragglers. This trap is highly effective for reducing numbers and verifying the insect's presence. However, if the container is full and the infestation is deeply entrenched, you may ultimately need to apply commercial residual treatments in order to fully break their life cycle. By combining basic household chemistry with a clear understanding of pest biology, you can strip away the panic of an infestation and start reclaiming your bedroom with precision.